Hey guys, it's Mark here, back with another playing card review, and today we are going to be reviewing the Cherry Casino holographic cards. I believe they're called Cherry Casino Sans Mirage. Not entirely sure what that means, but yeah, it says Sans Mirage and then holographic in the parentheses. So yeah, don't know why I couldn't say that word, but yeah, so yeah, if you guys saw my last video, I asked people, I did an unboxing video. I think I'm gonna make it a series, every couple months, set aside the boxes I get and call it like mail day. If you guys have ever been in the subreddits for playing cards, mail day is like one of the flares, and that's what they called in there. And then shout out to as well, I hope I'm saying your name right, Nanashi, something like that. Sorry, I'm not very good with names, but I appreciate you commenting, watching all my videos. That really means a lot, so appreciate that. And yeah, let's get into these Cherry Casino holographic cards. I have the teal Cherry Casinos, but this is actually the first review of Cherry Casinos on my channel. Yeah, they look super nice. I love, you guys can see that as well, how it kind of gives like that rainbow effect with the holographic. And I was looking into how they make holographic cards, and it was really interesting. Yeah, just reading up on it a little bit. Wow, I only have opened a couple decks of cards that have came sealed on the inside as well, so very nice. Some people think it's annoying, but I personally I like it. I think it I don't want every deck of cards to be like this, and of course now you're watching me trying to open this. But yeah, like I said, I don't want to have to do this with every deck of cards. That would get annoying. But if it's a nice deck of cards, it kind of, I don't know, I feel like it adds to the experience a little bit. Like my favorite deck of cards, they're back there. I don't know if you can see them. They are the Curious Wonders by Art of Play, and they have one of these seals. And I actually haven't opened those cards, but just by the look and everything of them, they're my absolute favorite cards, and probably always will be. And I know those have a seal on them as well, even though I haven't opened them. But yeah, maybe one day in a review I'll open those. Wow, these cards, I may have just messed up the order here a little bit. Very, very slippery cards. So sorry, I'll try and get back to the beginning here so we're somewhat in order. Yeah, not everything has to be in order. Just want to make sure we get the ad cards and jokers out of the way. Oh, wow. So it's a good thing I noticed that. I was just looking through, and I had only seen 2 ad cards, and then I realized they put an extra 7 of hearts in there. So yeah, the ad cards are of course the 2 jokers, or for Cherry Casino, 2 jackpot cards. And yeah, we'll get more into the back design in a minute, but then they send you yeah, just a blank card with the back design, and then an extra 7 of hearts. I like when people do that a lot. That's really cool. Yeah, very fun idea, interesting, as long as you don't drop them like I did, and then end up having it, you not noticing, and then playing a card game and there being 2 7 of hearts. But as you can tell, just from me handling these, I obviously, just open up a very, very slippery cards. Not a bad thing, but yeah, I'll wait to take them out of order here until we, but yeah, so here is the fan of these, trying to get some good light on them. Let's see here. I guess the light's not shining too well. I was hoping to get a good view of that, but yeah, so you can see a little bit of the colors in there and stuff. Tuck case, super nice, really nice plasticky film sort of feel, and then the cherries and the writing, the Cherry Casino, is embossed, which is nice. as well as the East Las Vegas, Nevada there. So yeah, very cool cards. Yeah, I love that look of them. Very, very cool. And so typical back design for Cherry Casino, just with the holographic. Yeah, I haven't really used their cards too much. Sorry about the lights there as well. Probably go back down a sec. Just moved into this place a couple weeks ago, so still getting organized and stuff, and getting things figured out, like that light. Sorry, one sec. Sorry about that, guys. We've got a couple cats and a dog, and I didn't want any background noise in this video, so yeah, I was just cutting that part out real quick. Or closing my door real quick. I know you've seen my cat Ziggy a couple times. He's sitting right over there. He's made a few cameos. But looking at these cards, it's really interesting. So I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up. Get to focus. But on the corners right here, there is like a cherry imprint. And it's in white. You know how... So if you have a deck of cards on you, take a look at it, and you'll see, like, if you look really closely at the white, it's almost like a grainy sort of look to it, or like a bunch of small squares, and it fades away from that and has it's also embossed a little, or I don't think it's even embossed. I think it's almost like they put a little piece of plastic over it. Again, I don't think you guys can see that, so you probably think I'm crazy, but if you look at the bottom there, yeah, it's not like that grainy. It like moves away from those little square shapes, and it feels different. So just going like this, I can feel where the it's like just like that Cherry Casino logo, and I don't know if that's on all the cards. Wow, it looks like it is. So you guys would have to let me know. Like I said, this is only my second deck of Cherry Casino cards. My first review, so I don't know if they have that on all their cards. I'll try looking it up before the video. But yeah, if you guys know anything about that, or even if you just have a deck of Cherry Casino cards and don't know what I'm talking about, look it up and see if you can figure it out. Look at your cards and see if you can figure it out. So very cool. So yeah, we've got the Ace of Spades, fairly standard, and sorry, I got my finger in a door the other day, so if you're wondering on what's on my finger, it's, yeah, from that, but, we're good. So yeah, very, pips and indices, very standard. I know, Cherry Casino, you know, has a pretty interesting, if you think about it. There's not too many other brands that have like the exact same, you know, I guess like Bicycle and more mainstream brands, but have, you know, pretty standard court cards. I'd have to look, but it looks like very standard court cards, very standard pips and indices, and the same back design, and you know, just does it in different colors, and are a pretty popular card brand. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. But yeah, like I said, you know, just standard cards, so don't want to make this too boring for you guys. We'll quickly go through these real quick, and yeah, all pretty standard cards. Now let's shuffle them a little bit, see how they feel. But yeah, very slippery cards. They feel super nice first couple shuffles, for me at least. For you more experienced cardists, it might be a little easier. But for me, the first one kind of always does that thing. But that was a good shuffle there. But yeah, cards feel nice. Like I said, very, very slippery cards. Yeah, they feel really nice though. Yeah, I like those a lot. Yeah, definitely I can see being a good cardistry deck, as I was saying. You know, like the pips and indices and court cards are very standard, very like flashy. You can't think of the word I'm looking for. I'll put it up here as I always do, but very nice. I'm not gonna say sleek, but very nice back design. Definitely, you know, good as I forgot to mention, two-way back design. It's got a border. So yeah, very good for cardistry. They look nice, but they're not like overly like out there or flashy. So yeah, very good cardistry deck. This deck was around $25, I believe. But yeah, super cool deck of cards. Yeah, like them a lot. Let's get into the rating here. So I'm sorry, the sound might change here for a sec. Oh, there we go. So as we determined, I've actually got a paper here to write all this down today, so I don't have to correct it up above. But yeah, as we determined for standard pips and indices, those are always just going to get a 5 out of 10 because they're standard. They should be right in the middle. Nothing bad, nothing, you know, crazy or cool, or, you know, just standard. So 5 out of 10. Feel these cards, they feel amazing. These are up there with like the Verts and some of like the Dan and Dave and wow. Yeah, that feels super, super nice. And like I said, I'm not the greatest, like, you know, I'm trying to get good at cardistry, but you know, I can still tell when, I can't talk today, when a deck of cards feels good and when it doesn't. And these cards feel super nice, very slippery. I mentioned this in, I don't know what video it was, but it was a video where I said the cards are slippery, but you still feel like you feel like you're gonna lose control of them, but you don't, and you keep control of them even though they feel slippery. And that's what I'd say for these cards. Like, you think you're gonna lose control, but yeah, these are, I might dare to say, the nicest cards I've felt. So feel, we're gonna go 10 out of 10, brings us 15 out of 20. Cost, I mean, I'm really happy with these cards, being holographic. And I did just, if you guys saw the video a couple videos ago, I did get a deck of holographic cards. Those were rainbow hollows though. But yeah, I definitely wanted, you know, just a regular holographic deck of cards in my collection. And like I said, these would be great for cardistry. Yeah, great for a lot of things, and they just feel like, I think these beat the Verts as the best feeling cards. And you know, that might be different for you. It's a matter of preference, what you like, what you don't like. But I feel like normally a $25 deck, if it's not anything like rare or, you know, like a smoke and mirror, or like yeah, I don't know, like the Octopus Good Palm, or the anyone Face Soka Kind Time playing cards, or I could go on and on. But what I'm saying is, you know, normally just getting a normal deck of cards that you can obtain very easily, I would not be happy about paying $25 for it. But these cards feel so amazing. Plus, I love the holographic. That's so cool. Yeah, the sun's coming in from that way, so if I shine it on that angle a little bit, that's so crazy. Yeah, so honestly, 9 out of 10 on the cost is what we're gonna go with. So 24 out of 30. Taut case has to be 10 out of 10. It seems to reflect the light a little bit more than the cards do. I'm not sure why that is, but it just feels so nice too. So yeah, we're gonna go 10 out of 10 on that. And I'm sorry, I have to go back. I completely forgot about this. As I mentioned, as my rant earlier about the cards having these little indent of which you guys can't even see. You can see it right there a tiny bit when the light's right, but you can feel it. And yeah, like I said, I don't know if this is a thing Cherry Casino always does, but I'm really glad I remembered that, because that makes these pips and indices and face cards not standard, because they have that. And honestly, yeah, all the court cards have that too. So like right up by the jack there, I don't know if you guys can tell, but just it it's got like a little like thing of plastic over it with that Cherry logo. Very subtle. I don't think, you know, if you're just a regular person who's not into cards, I don't think you would ever notice that. But when you're looking for the small details, and normally, like I said, the Pips and Indices court cards, very standard. Normally that's giving me a 5 out of 10, but they are not standard because of that. And honestly, like normally like I said, would give this a 5 out of 10. Like I'm really not the biggest fan of standard for the face cards and stuff, but I've never seen anything like that. Really small, subtle design, you know, something cool that people can talk about when they find it or if they find it. So yeah, I'm switching that to a 10 out of 10. So right now we're at 39 out of 40. And the last one is back design. And yeah, back design, I wonder if I can hit it on this side. Yeah, I mean, super cool. Yeah, definitely, like I can see right now, the colors going off of it. It's probably going to be a little harder to catch on camera, but you guys can tell. Yeah, not as prominent as with the tuck case. There we go. Sweet. So yeah, these are amazing cards. I was not expecting to like these as much as I did. I'm really glad I bought them. And that's going to bring us to another 10 out of 10. Sorry, I'm just going to write the name on here. I'm going to keep this book to have all of my ratings in from now on, so we can look back and see, you know, what cards get the best rating, what cards get the worst rating. But yeah, 49 out of 50 for these Cherry Casino cards. And, you know, I almost went 10 out of 10 on the cost too. But is there even such a thing as a perfect deck of cards? I don't know. I mean, and I always talk about this, there can be a deck of cards that's perfect to you in every way, but when you break it down in categories, it makes it a little harder. Like this, to me, could be a perfect deck of cards, but then if you think about the small details, like, the price was kind of, you know, a little much, but for this deck of cards, definitely worth it. So yeah, sorry for the rant here. Sorry if this video was a little boring. I think it's super cool, but I know there wasn't too much to show, and I know it's probably really hard for you guys to pick up on that over the camera. But yeah, I love this deck of cards. This is so awesome. So yeah, 49 out of 50. Definitely our highest since we've switched to the new rating system. I know I gave like 2 40 out of 40s, but I think these would beat those if I were to switch the rating system, since I believe those Pips and Indices and court cards were pretty standard. But yeah, feels super nice. Really like these cards a lot. Super springy, super slippery, but you're still, you know, to keep a grasp on them. Yeah. So yeah, Cherry Casino, Sans Mirage, holographic, 49 out of 50. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. We're at 44 subscribers, so 6 more till we do the, sorry, just checking the time, gotta leave for work soon. 6 more till we can do the our 50 subscriber special of the Dan and Dave Smoke and Mirrors Private Reserve V1s. Yeah, right up there. We're going to be opening those up. But yeah, if you guys like this video, please like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, if you have any cards you want me to review, let me know in the comments and I will review them. And if you haven't seen my last video and you want to check that out and let me know if there's any of those decks that I unboxed that you want to see a review on, those will probably be some of my next few decks I'm reviewing anyway. But if there's one you really want to see, let me know and I can get that done as the next one. But yeah, so like I said, Cherry Casino, Sans Mirage, hope I'm saying that right, holographic playing cards, and yeah, thank you so much for watching, and like I said, I really appreciate everyone that comments on these videos, likes, and watches it. It gives me a lot of motivation to keep going with this channel. And I'm sorry, I always forget your name. It's really hard to say, but you know who you are, and I really appreciate you. So thank you so much. And yeah, thank you to everyone who watched this video. Hope you enjoyed. Yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.